Here we have the Orma C6 heated veneer press. This is the economy version, well priced, not too heavy for people who have weight issues on the floors. It's a 3 metre by 1300, water heated, so that'll give us temperatures up to 90 degrees. We're just going to run through basic controls and installation of the press. So this is as a machine normally comes in, other than obviously we've connected the electricity to the machine. The header tank is for the expansion of the water. We fasten this on. This normally comes separate. We have a drum that comes with the machine with the antifreezing mixed with the water to make up the water that's been taken out for transport. Normally about 15 centimetres should be the level in that tank. We connect to the header tank hose here with these Jubilee clips. Yeah. Once we've connected it, we have these bleed screws, much like you have on your radiators at home, just to take any excess air out of the system. So what we normally do is we'll put the header tank on, fill it for water, and we'll bleed the system. There's a point then where we can't expel any more air, but there might still be trapped inside the system. So what we'll do then is we'll go around to the controls of the machine, excuse me, and we'll turn on the boiler pump. Yeah, so that's the circulation pump. So what the pump will do, it'll kick in, it'll start circulating the fluid, the water, around the heating matrix, and then what we'll do, we'll go back to the bleed screws, keep bleeding until there's no more air to be expelled. Once you're connected there, you've got no more air, you can turn on the heater then if you like. And what we normally say is just start off with a low heat to begin with. So you can see here we can change the temperature here. Yeah, we can go up to 90 degrees on this machine. Yeah, and what we normally do, we start off with a low temperature and then just keep going back and bleeding the system. So again, because as you heat the water up, what you'll find is more will make its way out of the system. Once you've expelled it all, you're good to go, and you can work at the temperatures what you want to do. What I will say about the heating system on this machine is when you come to finish using the machine, don't just turn the machine off. Yeah, what we normally say to do is turn the boiler off, but leave the boiler pump on with the water circulating, and what that does then, it lets the press cool in a uniform way. What we don't want to do is just shut the machine off. The heating elements are still hot, and what you'll do then is you'll boil the water, and that can damage the pump and other components in the heating system. So end of a shift, turn the boiler off, let the temperatures drop to 30-40 degrees, then you can turn off the boiler pump when you get to that, and that's just simply there. So I'm going to turn the heat up now. We're going to let that build up. We're going to set the temperature just for this video to say 40 degrees. Yeah, that'll make temperature after maybe 15-20 minutes, and then you're good to start pressing. The machine as it comes in with transport timbers in. Yeah, so we do have to remove them. The machine also comes with some leveling plates. Yeah, we do suggest that you put the leveling plates under the feet. And then what you can do then is you can level the press. Where we level the press is normally on the top platen. Yeah, so what we'll do, we open the press and then put a spirit level onto the top platen, level the press in both axes, and then you're good to go. But the first job we have to do is remove the timbers, and the way we do that is we have to increase the pressure on the pump. Yeah, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll turn the press up to full pressure. Yeah. Turn it on to full pressure. It's a two-hand operation. Yeah, and and then we can remove the timbers. Do keep the timbers because they are useful. When you're doing any maintenance on the press as a safety device to put into the machine. What we've also got is the other safety bars. What we need to do is just lift these up out of the way. Yeah. and then do the other one. Then we're good to open the press. Yeah. The way we open the press on this machine is with this lever here. We can just, yeah, and the press will open. Yeah. So the presses we always bring in with the mylar covering. This is a protective film, so if you get any overspills of glue, residues onto the platen surface, it protects a nice aluminium sheet underneath, and you can replace this as a sacrificial layer. If you come to the press and the press doesn't make pressure when you first connect, yeah, so obviously when we do the pump closing, yeah, what you'll see is the press will make some pressure. Yeah. If it doesn't do that when you first connect it, what that'll be is that you've got the phases wrong on the electrical connection. Yeah, so you need to change phases. This relates to this motor here. This motor will be going in the wrong direction. So if the pressure doesn't get made, you'll probably find on first start up that that's probably because the phases are in the wrong sequence. So again, press opening. So this machine we always bring in with the option of pressure recovery. The minimum bar, if you like, on this machine is around about 75. I mean, that's purely what it needs to lift the platens up. The maximum is about 125. This machine will produce about 30 tonne, which is suitable for most laminates and veneers. To close the press, it's a two-handed operation. Yeah, and you can see that we've made our pressure there. So the pressure recovery, what we install on the machine, what that does is if you leave the machine loses any pressure through the compression of the materials, what it'll do, it'll recover that pressure. So you can see that it'll chase its target, in this case, all the way up to the maximum. Yeah, and then if that dips down at any point to a certain degree, it'll bring itself back up to pressure, giving you uniform pressing. The other controls on this machine is the safety circuit, and that consists of a grab wire, yeah, and that's all the way around the machine, yeah. And what that means is we have an emergency signal now, yeah. So as you can see, I can't reset that signal, and that is because of this toggle, yeah, yeah. Once you can see the green, that'll let you reset. Now, this cable has to be in tension. There is an adjuster around here. Yeah, so if this stretches off anyway, this just has to be in the right position where you can reset the green pull out. Too much tension, it'll pull the switch. Too little tension, and the switch won't reset. The other emergency switch on this is the e-stop. Much like the grab wire, it'll start the emergency signal. Try to reset. No reset. It is a twist to release. Don't just pull, it's a twist to release. So you give it an anti-clockwise twist, and that'll be reset then. The machine also comes with a simple timer to help the operators gauge time. It's a simple operation where you set the time, much like an egg timer. Once it reaches back to zero, an alarm will go off to indicate that the product's ready to be removed from the press. Real simple press, very economical, low weight. Also available in a cold press as well. That would be the S6. Also available in 2.5 metre lengths as well. So for somebody who's just starting off on pressing, you know, this is a machine that's an option. Again, main thing is with the heating, once you want to turn the machine off, turn the boiler off, wait for the temperature gauge to come down 30-40 degrees, then you can turn off your boiler pump.